Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of New York Sports Report. Again, a direct affiliate with GM Sports Report, where Grant and I talk all things sports. Today, I'm back again with my cousin Cole. Cole, how you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a lot to talk about. Some exciting stuff going on with obviously the
Yes, sir.
Yankees in the postseason. Got a pretty big game tonight at the time of recording this on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, let's get into it. What do you want to talk about first? You want to go over, kind of rip the Band-Aid off with football, or get into
Yeah, I think
baseball?
it's probably best to get football over and done with.
All right, so we'll start with football. We'll talk about the Jets first. The Jets have dropped 0-5 with a loss against the Cowboys, 37-22. Cole, how are you feeling, man?
Definitely, it's the you're as a Jets fan. I think it's hard to be, it's hard to be confident at this point that the
Mm-hmm.
season's gonna be anything meaningful. Justin Fields had another great game. He's continued to impress me. And honestly, I haven't heard much negative talk about him from Jets fans. Which, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to quarterbacs, I mean, that
You hear
doesn't
a lot
it
of.
doesn't yeah, exactly. Especially which has been somewhat justified in the recent years with who we've
Yeah.
had, um, but yeah, no. So far, most of what I've heard about him has been pretty positive, and I think rightfully so. He's played great. The rest of the team, though, especially on the defensive side of the ball, it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely they've been tough to watch. But offense kind of started to pick it up towards the end of the game, and yeah, you could say the
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys' defense maybe wasn't playing, quite as well. You know, kind of trying to think of the best way to put it, but
Garbage time, kind of. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Just kind of taking it easy at the end of the game there,
Mm-hmm.
but overall the offense did all right. Especially like I said, Justin Fields, he had a pretty good game, but yeah, defensively we you know continue to play mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Especially the secondary is continued to be a problem since week one. I really don't see it improving much, and at this point, we are in position to get the number one pick in the draft, which
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
yeah, but I mean, there's some positives in this, but I mean that's really it.
Yeah.
But
S-
you know,
So yeah, I
at this
guess I'll
point,
kind of ask
yeah.
about that. Is there like anything you're kind of looking for through the season? Because I know how no matter about how bad New York football is for us, we're gonna keep watching our teams. We've been New York fans our whole lives. That's all we know. And sadly, it's just been rough, especially for Jets fans for a lot longer. Um, and like, is there something you're kind of looking at through the season, like that you kind of want to see developed, or you kind of just whatever happens happens?
I mean, at this point, it's tough because there weren't too many. I mean, obviously, our first pick in the draft this year, um, Armand Membu,
Hmm.
he's looked solid. So, with the rookies, there's not too much to look for development wise.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he continues to play as he does or has, that would be great, and hopefully
Yeah.
he can be a real centerpiece on our offensive line for many years to come.
Absolutely.
But I mean, really, development wise, most of the guys we have, like most of the high caliber guys on our team, they're kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
I mean, you could really say they're kind of like where they're at now is kind of where they're gonna
What
be.
they're gonna
Maybe,
be. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I mean, obviously, you hope there's always room to improve. But yeah, I mean, at this point in the season, I definitely love to see the defense start playing better. But really,
Hmm.
with the roster we got right now, a lot of injuries at this point in the season. Uh, it, you don't want to say tank for a pick, but
Yeah.
at this point, it's
At
kind
this
of what it's
point,
looking like. Yeah, and
exactly.
obviously, you want to see them play
Um,
good, but yeah, there's only so much you can do.
Absolutely. I get that. And like it kind of it gets to the point to where it starts becoming some uncomfortable conversations as far as player movement. Like if you're willing to give up some players for other players where they're kind of needed. Like I know that there was some kind of talk around Brees Hall. I would hate to see that happen since he's been playing really well, especially with Braylon Allen. How long is he out for? He's gonna be out for a while now, right?
Yeah, they're saying 8 to 12 weeks. And yeah, I definitely
Jeez.
I love Brees Hall, and I don't want to see him get moved. But
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, you have to make sacrifices to improve the
Yes.
team. Obviously, I don't want to see him go, but if it were to happen to say get some more pieces on the defense, especially in the secondary to help improve that, you know, unfortunately, it's just part of it. You see good players leave. And I mean, sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. You never really know until it happens. But uh,
Yeah.
like I said, I personally I love him. But if it happens, I wouldn't be terribly surprised. And if he did go somewhere, I'm sure he would be great for whatever team he went to.
Now, who would kind of be like a guy that you'd consider like untouchable to where you would not ever want to see leave? Like if you let this guy go, it's gonna really ruffle some feathers with some fans.
Well, obviously, Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson,
Mhm.
those guys getting the big contracts they just did, and also the
Mhm.
fact that they're some of the best players that we've had in a long time. You'd hate to see
Yeah.
them go anywhere, especially
Mhm.
saying those are the type of guys you want to build your team around. Another guy,
Yes.
Quentin Williams, he's been with the team for so
Yep.
long now, and he's been loyal, and he's been one of the best defensive tackles in the league.
Yeah.
Really
That's for sure.
since he's come up, and I mean,
Mhm.
you'd hate to see him go. Besides that, there definitely are a handful of guys that you don't want to see go anywhere. But I mean, there's a lot of guys that it's just kind of
You
they
could
feel
see
like
moving.
yeah, and there's a lot of guys that just kind of seem like placeholders. And
Oh, okay.
Woody Johnson just refuses to make
Do
more big
anything.
moves. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, really do anything.
Do
Um,
you Could you see anything happening realistically when it comes to like trade deadline time or just knowing your management?
Yeah, unfortunately, with our front office, it's hard to say that they're gonna do much. It doesn't like
Yeah.
there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about bringing anybody in. Um, Obviously, I'd love to see us get maybe another receiver to help out Garrett Wilson.
Mm, feel that.
Just beside, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, you guys have had a rough go with your receiver room this season too.
Yeah, we'll get into
Um,
that in a second, but yeah, we'll finish up with
yeah.
the Jet talk.
um, but yeah, no, it's just unfortunately the Jets have always really struggled to do much at the deadline, really just in general. But
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, I just don't see much happening at this point.
Yeah. Now, I guess the final thing I'll kind of ask is like, what do you think big picture needs to happen for the Jets to really turn it around? Like, is there just I know it's hard to kind of place your finger on one thing, but like in your mind, if something was to happen, what would it be to kind of make fans believe again? I know for the Giants, it was having a great draft like that. Could you see something like that for the Jets happening to where fans really start getting engaged and looking forward to the future?
Well, we kind of had that great draft back in 2022 that
That's
it
yeah.
the fans did seem very confident, and I know I was for
Mhm.
sure. And
Yep.
we were playing pretty good at the time. And I mean, it definitely did help. Obviously, having a great draft like that, it definitely
Mhm.
it gets you a little more hype for the season. Um, but I wouldn't say it's enough, at least not for us. Um,
Mhm.
Obviously, it would help immensely, but really, the thing that it seems like has always held the Jets back is the front office and the
Yeah.
ownership. And obviously we cleaned house after last season.
Mm.
New GM, new head coach, new
Yes.
coordinators, and we've done that time and time again, and it hasn't really seemed it doesn't really make much of a difference. And it just seems like the ownership is the biggest problem because we have had plenty of talent and we've had plenty of
Yes.
different coaches come in and some have been better than others. Um, it's just we've had, obviously quarterback has been one of our bigger issues as well, but we've had solid guys there too, and it just seems like time and time again, the ownership is what really holds the team back. Not making enough
Yeah.
moves, or just making stupid moves, letting guys go, or firing coaches too early. That's what, in my
Yep.
opinion, that's what I would really like to see change.
Front office and like ownership and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
That's what you
mm,
think. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. I guess that's a kind of good segue, I think, into the Giants situation to where, you know, John Mara, he's held, it feels like the fans at gunpoint for a while now to where we just can't get over the hump of, being a solid team year after year. Sure, we had that success or somewhat successful from what we've, New York fans, New York football fans specifically, um, have called a season, and that's making it into the second round of playoffs. But other than that, we haven't even smelled postseason success and like since 2016 when the boat picture happened, and ever since then it feels like a
yeah,
curse. Um,
mhm,
and it's just right now kind of where the Giants are. We're sitting at 1-4, just lost a brutal game to the Saints that sadly I was there to witness live. But it just it really gets annoying for me. Not only sure we had 5 turnovers. One was from a veteran, Darius Slayton, where I think he had a very rough game. You can't
yeah,
fumble like that, especially right before halftime. All the momentum's on your side. Sure, they scored a touchdown, got some field goals, but man, like you got to hold on to the ball. And he had a pretty big drop to where I think he could have caught it, being a seventh-year guy like he is. You had
yeah,
that captain patch on your jersey for a reason, and it's that Scattaboo had a big fumble later in the game. Dart had a fumble. Dart threw 2 interceptions to where I don't really blame him much on because it's crunch time. You got to get the ball downfield, and that's the first situation he's ever been in like that in the NFL. So
yeah.
that is a very winnable game, and yeah, that really frustrated me. Do you have kind of any comments on that game specifically?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, I think the first half, your rookies played great.
Yeah.
Especially
Yep.
Dart. He was looking like he had against the Chargers. He was moving the
Mhm.
ball well. The offense seemed to be clicking, and the defense was
Yep.
doing pretty good too. And then it's the second half rolls around, and I don't know. It just looked like a completely different team. Which obviously
Yep.
you can say the Saints.
Yeah.
They turned it around, and they started
Yeah.
playing better.
I think
And
we
I
gave
mean,
them the game.
yeah,
5 turnovers, you're literally giving them the game.
yeah, and unfortunately, the Scattaboo fumble that was,
Yeah. I
it's
know.
definitely, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was definitely rough. I mean, it seemed like you were in a position where you can, kind of get the momentum back there, and
Mhm.
then just a very unfortunate fumble. But I think he's gotten a lot more criticism than he deserves with that, and I mean,
Yes,
he's
I do
he's done a
agree.
great job. He's done a great
Mhm.
job taking the responsibility for that. He wasn't
Yeah.
making any kind of excuses or anything. He just said, "That's on me. I
Nope.
have to be better there," which I think that
Mhm.
was great to see. And
Yep.
obviously that fumble by Darius Slayton, like you said, I mean, a veteran, a captain on the team. I mean, another very crucial, what could have been a very big play there,
Yeah.
and
Way to
what looked
finish the
like,
half.
yeah, I mean, it looked like it could have been another scoring drive to put you guys, ahead, which
Absolutely.
unfortunately led to the Saints getting the lead going into the half.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it was definitely a big turning point in the game for in the Saints' favor.
Yeah. So, kind of to keep adding on to Darius Slayton, obviously had a rough game, but it now we're in a position, and I think this is management's fault 100%, to where Darius Slayton's now hurt, and he's not
Yeah,
playing tomorrow against the Eagles.
yeah,
That leaves us with 4 wide receivers, and that's 4 wide receivers in our whole wide receiver room. So
yeah,
I'll kind of read you with what we got. We have Wandale Robinson, who's going to be playing tomorrow. Jalen Hyatt, who has yet to really prove anything.
No.
Just in the NFL, he had maybe one
Mm,
good game. That was about it. Bo Collins, well, he's an undrafted free agent, I believe, and
mm,
Gunnar Olszewski, who is a return specialist. So
okay.
Wandale Robinson is the only wide receiver who has any kind of
Y-
experience in that wide receiver
Yeah.
room. And
The
go ahead.
I know. Sorry, I was gonna. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, he's the only guy I would have any kind of confidence in there, really.
Yeah,
To especially against a team like Philly.
yeah, and our Dable always keeps saying we're gonna find something in house. In
Hmm.
house, what on the like?
Yeah.
Sure, call someone up from the practice squad, but obviously they're on the practice squad for a reason. We can't produce with the guys that we had last week. There's no way we're gonna produce with the guys that we have this week, even if we do pull someone up from the free agent, or the practice squad, because we're going against the reigning Super Bowl champions who killed the back-to-back Super Bowl champions in the Super Bowl. So
Hmm.
they're 4-1 on the season. They have been having a great year. Yeah, they lost to the Broncos, but at the end of the day, we're the New York Giants, and we just lost to the Saints. So we are as deflated as we can get. Um, I hope that there's a way that we can just look competitive, kind of back to how we, you know, the hopes I came into the season with. I just want to look like a football team who knows how to play football. And luckily, Tyrone Tracy's going to be back tomorrow, so him and Cam Scatterboo will be playing. But um, like fans are like, man, put Tracy out wide out because he's played wide out in college. But it's just like you can't produce with something like that, and you give a rookie
No.
quarterback that, and what do you expect him to do? You
Yeah.
can't expect anything out of that, and it's frustrating as a fan. And I hope something happens. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, if I was in your situation, being a Giants fan, it would definitely be extremely frustrating to go into a game like
Hmm.
this. And are you guys in Philly for that game, or are you in MetLife?
No, luckily we're home, but
All right.
that doesn't
I
matter
mean,
much.
yeah,
But
with Philly being so close, there's going to be a lot of
yeah,
Philly fans at that game.
yeah, that's true.
Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, hopefully, the home field advantage will help you guys out a little bit. And that is great that Tyrone Tracy's back. That's great that he's back. Because he has looked very solid for you guys. Definitely
Hmm.
better than Singletary has.
Oh my
But
gosh, that
yeah.
good.
um, and yeah, with a very depleted wide receiver room, obviously, I know we were talking about it. You would love to see the Giants go and pick up Odell, who's currently not on the
he,
roster.
he just got suspended too for PEDs,
Yeah.
performance enhancement drugs, and he's not even on a team, so he can't play till like November or something. So we can't
Oh
even see
man.
that reunion to where it's like, what could we possibly do? Maybe get
uh,
Hodgins back, but
yeah.
golly, man.
I know you guys are in a tough situation. I mean, losing neighbors, it came at such a
Oh my gosh.
such a crucial time. I mean, Dart was just starting to really look good.
Oh, I know,
He
man.
still had his moments last week, and I hope he can this
He
week too.
did.
I mean, Philly's
Yeah.
defense is tough, so obviously gotta see. Hopefully, but hopefully he can get things going on the ground. I mean, against the Chargers, he looked great running,
Yep.
and I mean, I hope he can get that done against Philly too. And I mean, you have two very solid running backs in Tracy and
Mhm.
Scadaboo, so hopefully that'll help you guys out as well. But I mean,
And
I hope the
that's
offensive line can really help those guys out. But I mean, I'm not confident in them.
that's just the offensive side. We got torched
Yeah,
by the Saints offense, who,
yeah,
mind you, has not looked great all season. And
no,
sure, what's his name? Spencer Rattler looked good, but
mm,
like we got
yeah.
absolutely killed. We're getting burnt by Rashid Shaheed, and it's just it's insane. So yeah, I guess we can go into talking about hopefully what could be good tonight, and that's the
Yeah.
New York Yankees. So
Hmm.
Cole, how are you feeling? What are you thinking? Yeah.
Oh man. Um, it's hard to say, I'm confident But
Yeah,
obviously, after last night's game, that was a great job by the team
leaves you
rallying.
feeling good.
Obviously, it does. It absolutely. It's still you're down 6-1 in a playoff game.
Mm,
That's obviously not a great feeling.
yeah.
um, and the getting just absolutely killed games 1 and 2. I mean, it that was very frustrating to watch. And I mean, obviously, we did a great job rallying last night, and
Yes.
hopefully, we can recreate that tonight. But it's hard to say that I'm confident that they're gonna win tonight. But
Mhm.
I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, Goldie's back in the lineup against the left-handed pitcher, so hopefully he can get things done after an underwhelming game one for sure
Yeah.
in the ALDS, or sorry,
Yeah. Against
yeah,
Boston. Wild
yeah,
card.
against Boston. Yeah, thank you. Um, but yeah, so I mean, hopefully this isn't going to be another situation kind of like with Nestor Cortez coming in the World Series. Obviously
Don't even
not to
say that, man.
not obviously not to the same extent, but hopefully him not playing basically in an entire series doesn't
Mhm.
affect him too much. I don't know if you have anything else to add with that, but
Well, yeah, I mean, I think there is definitely a lot to, talk about as far as this series. And that is that the captain, has arrived to October. He has been
finally,
looking
yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
Hmm.
finally we're gonna take it all in while it lasts. He is batting
Hmm.
500. He has 11
Yeah.
hits, 6 RBIs, and that monster home run last night that
Yeah.
gave the Yankees life, and to where
Yeah.
that
Tied the
that
game.
saved the season. That home run saved the
Absolutely.
season.
Hmm.
And luckily, Jazz was able to hit a home run after that, and
Yeah.
that put us ahead, and we just started rallying and looking good.
Hmm.
Um, when you win 9-6, it's like, why do we have to put up 9 runs to score a baseball game? That
Oh,
is
absolutely.
unreal.
Yeah,
I
absolutely. I
mean,
mean, the
but I
defense is
will
just not
say,
there.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I will say tonight, right now we're sitting at 1-0. The Blue Jays are up. I think
Hmm.
Vladdy had like a hit or something. So,
He's
not
been
it's I don't
killing
know.
us this series.
He's been a freaking monster, man. You need to just walk
Yeah.
him at all
I,
times. I don't care.
at this point, yeah.
um, but we do have our young buck, Cam Schlittler, starting
Hmm.
tonight, which
Yeah.
I think after his Boston debut in the postseason,
Yeah.
it gives the Yankees fans some hope, and it's like,
Uh,
okay, this is a great pitcher to have on a pretty much game saving game or a
yeah.
season
Yeah.
saving
Season
game.
saving
So
game. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, what have your thoughts been on Cam Schlittler? Even just in Boston.
I mean, obviously, there's not a whole lot, to go off of, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, the game in against Boston. I mean, obviously, he was
Unreal.
phenomenal. I mean, it looked. I did see some people saying it was Garrett Cole esque.
Yeah, welcome
With
back, Garrett Cole.
yeah, which I mean, I would certainly if he were the new Garrett Cole, I would certainly not be upset.
No.
Obviously, there has not been enough to say that he really
Yeah.
is, but I mean, so far he's looked really good, and I mean, obviously he killed it against Boston. Hopefully, he can do it again tonight. Obviously, he's already
Yeah.
given up 1 run, but I mean, that's all
It's
right. I
okay.
mean,
It's the freaking Blue Jays, man.
yeah, I know they've been killing us. So, so far with only 1 run as of right now, that's all right with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Who I would like to see a little bit more, I think, production from right now is Big G, Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah,
If we can get
definitely.
him and Judge going in the postseason,
Yeah.
offensively, that would be amazing.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
definitely not
what's
quite
gonna
on the
happen.
same level as he was last postseason.
Hmm.
That was an absolutely insane run by him. Um, it would be great if he can, start getting his numbers up, like you said. But
Produce.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously at this point, it's kind of like now or never. Um, but I mean, hopefully, if we can win tonight and force uh, a game five,
Game
I mean that would,
5. Yeah.
yeah, I mean that would be great. And uh, but I don't know. It's definitely been an interesting series. I mean, the pitching has just been
That's
it's been rough to watch.
it's been very rough to watch. It's like, how does your ace and Max Fried get shelled like
Hmm.
that? And
Yeah,
it's just like, I think he got killed by Toronto earlier this year as well. I think he got
yeah.
like 6
Well,
put up on him or something.
something like that. And I mean, if they had their way with us this whole season. I mean, we
Yeah,
struggled.
that's true.
I mean, we struggled against them every time we played them, really. And I mean,
Boston as
honestly, it was
well,
kind. It
though.
was
We looked
yeah. I was
rough
gonna
against
say it's kind.
Boston.
Same thing with Boston. Yeah, I mean, luckily we were able to pull it out against them in the wild card, but I mean, I don't know. This has definitely been an interesting series to watch, and it really shows that in my opinion, that I wasn't very confident in the Blue Jays going into the
I
postseason. I
wasn't
really
either. Yeah.
I really didn't think they were going to be, a potential World Series contender. But at this point, seeing how they
Mm-hmm.
played against us has completely
Unreal.
changed my outlook on them. Yeah.
Yes. And I think right. So that'll. I mean, do you have anything else to kind of talk about as far as the Yankees? I know we're kind of just hoping for the best here. We're hoping for some slip ups against or from the Blue Jays, and got
Hmm.
taken advantage of it. But winning 3 games in a row, it's very tough against a team like Blue Jays. So do you have any kind
Oh
of
yeah.
closing remarks on the Yankees?
I mean, I just I really hope the guys that have showed up. I hope they continue to play good. I mean, Jazz has continued to be incredible.
Yeah.
This is one of our best pickups in recent years, in my opinion. I mean,
Yep.
just he's made
Hmm.
such an immediate impact. But yeah, I mean, obviously Ben Rice kind of cooling down a little bit. I do hope that
Yeah.
I do hope that he can. Well, obviously not playing tonight, but I do hope that if we force
If
a
he
game
gets
five or
opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I hope that he can continue or get hot again anyway. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, besides that, I mean, yeah, just I'd really like to see the young guys continue to play good, and well, at least step it up more from in this series because obviously the whole team has struggled, except for last night. But
I
uh,
forgot to mention. Sorry for cutting you off,
no, 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 go
but
ahead.
dude, what the heck's going on with the bullpen? What
Oh
happened
yeah,
to
I
Luke
know,
Weaver?
I know. It's crazy. He went from obviously he had some ups and downs this season.
He did
But I mean, still, this is by far I think the worst I've seen him look. I mean, it's just
so
terrible.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened.
Thankfully, Bednar and Williams have been looking serviceable. Last night, Williams looked
Yeah.
very good, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, we just got to be able to close it out if we get a lead. But we got to get the lead. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not super confident in any of our pitchers right now. I mean, like you said earlier, when your ace gets roughed up like he did. I mean, it's hard to be confident in anybody on
Hmm.
in the bullpen or any of the starters. Um, but yeah, I mean, really, we just at this point, it looks like we really just need the offense to show up. Which
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, like you said, the captain can have another great game.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
and and hopefully Stanton can do something too. I mean, because he's definitely had a quiet postseason so far.
Yep, I agree, man. Well, that'll kind of, I guess, wrap it up for that. But I
Hmm.
did want to mention that the Knicks preseason has started, and they are 2-0 in preseason, and
Hmm.
I'm liking what I see so far. It's very early to judge kind of anything, but it seems like Mike Brown is playing everybody. I looked on
Yeah.
the box score, and everyone on the roster had minutes. Guys I didn't even know
Yeah.
were on the team had minutes. So that is a complete flip, like switch
Oh,
from
180 from
Thibodeau.
Tibbs. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's looking good from there. I know we say this almost every time we talk. we need them to stay healthy. We have
Oh yeah.
such the whole league has such high expectations for this Knicks team, and I don't think any of our New York teams, other than I think the Yankees last year with Soto, have had this high of an expectation to have a chance of being an opportunity to win it all or making
Oh
the
yeah.
NBA Finals. So
Hmm.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, with such a depleted East this year, I mean, this kind of feels like, it's like your best shot at going to the finals,
yep,
especially, I mean, with the Celtics being as depleted as they are. I mean, Tatum not coming back until potentially like, playoffs if they even make it.
maybe playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah. Um,
the Pacers
eh, yeah, and then the Pacers, same thing. Halliburton not making it back until playoffs if they make it,
losing
and
Miles
then
Turner.
yep, losing Miles Turner to the Bucks. Yeah, I mean it's obviously you still got the Cavs to worry about, and the Hawks
Mm-hmm.
definitely improved their roster
Yeah,
significantly. Picking up Porzingis was big. But I mean, really, I think we are one of the best rosters on paper um, uh, this year. Well, at least in the East, if not the
in the
league.
East.
Obviously,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm a little biased, um,
it
but I
happens.
mean, yeah. um, but I mean, for sure, this is the year where you can make a really good run. Obviously, new coach. There is that variable to throw in, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, so far so good. So hopefully that can continue moving forward into the regular season.
Does this feel like a now or never season?
I don't want to say now or never because we do
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of these guys locked down for a while.
We do.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but this is definitely your best shot because of how
Okay,
depleted the East is in general. Um,
I agree.
but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say now or never just yet because, like you said,
Okay,
you got a lot of these guys locked down for a while. The bench is good. I think this is the best
very
bench we've
good.
had in a while, actually.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean, you have decent rotation at least on paper. So I mean, hopefully, is like you said, as long as we can stay healthy,
that's the biggest thing.
I have high hopes.
Yeah, and I think kind of all the at least New York fans do.
Mhm.
Do you, I guess, have any other closing remarks from our New York sports at all?
I mean, not really. I mean, I think that's about it. Did you want to talk about the Giannis talk at all?
Oh my gosh, dude! That was something to where I think it would have been bittersweet. Like we would have had
Oh, absolutely.
the best five in the league,
Hmm.
but we wouldn't have had anybody else. I think. Like
Yeah, it
we
would
already
have been
don't have
like
a
him and
future
Brunson
as far
team.
as yeah,
Yeah,
we
picks.
already don't have like no picks or any like we wouldn't have any guys. It'd probably just be Cat, Brunson, and Giannis.
Yeah, I mean
Probably
that
OG
would.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean maybe I don't know. It's hard to say what would have been
Cat.
included in that trade. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
hard to say what would have been included in that trade, but obviously we were very lacking in first round picks, in the coming
yeah, you
years.
could
So
say that. Thanks, Macau.
yeah, yeah, we really need a big year out of him.
That's for sure.
um, but yeah, no, just an interesting thought for sure.
That is very interesting. It's just crazy that Giannis, out of all the 30 teams in the NBA, he wanted to be in New
Yeah,
York, which
I
I
think it
think that would
just
have been crazy.
yeah. I mean, a lot of history here. I mean,
That's,
obviously,
yeah,
playing in the Mech is different.
it is. It is. Um, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess that'll kind of wrap everything up if we don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, I think I've said all I need to.
Yeah, hopefully tonight goes good. If you're
Yeah.
watching on Thursday and the Yankees end up losing on Wednesday night, um, all this yap is for nothing, but we will definitely
Yeah.
recap on this whenever, we get around to it again, which hopefully will be soon. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Again, if you are not and don't follow, please check out GM Sports Report. Again, this is a direct affiliate with GM Sports Report. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of New York Sports Report.